It's the Oklahoma City Nighthawks taking on the Salt Lake City Pioneers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Salt Lake City Pioneers and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here in the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's second and inches.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Salt Lake City.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Going to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up the first and goal. The start there on third, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
Nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out for but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On now is the punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. 4 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
Nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. Makes it 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First down and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A gain there of 21 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit.
Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Pioneers 14, Nighthawks 7.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
A 5-yard gain on the
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
It's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And to give this time to the tailback. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
The pickup brings up 2nd down at the 10-yard line.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
And 3 yards to
They'll look to throw again. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now the try here for the point after. a 17-14 game. That time a 9-play drive.
Nighthawks 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and...
They'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 15 yards there on the play and a first set of downs.
That's a play that will be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Second and 8.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
45-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And one final game to highlight. It's Sunday Night Football. and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he's going to let it go deep, right? And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And to give this time to the tailback.
The running back.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
Nighthawks 31. Pioneers 24.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
It's a pickup of 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame, and he's got a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Welcome back, everybody, to Oklahoma City, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st down and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At their 49-yard line.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Well, 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be out right at the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your side.
And man, it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him, and they haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, a minute 39 to go. They'll have to go 90-plus yards, and a field goal does them no good as they've got it with a first down. And the drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the home team here, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.